Hi to everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about us how to do the C programs. This is the software for doing the C++ program. This software is called as Turbo C++. By using the C++ software, we can do the C programs also. Turbo C is the specific software that you can use for doing the C programs. But even by using the C Turbo C++ also we can do our programs. So here we are just going to make use of the Turbo C++. This is the environment. You just see here. This is the menu bar where several menus are present. The first one menu is the file menu. Just click Alt F or else just click that file menu. You just see here some set of menu items are displayed here. Here you have to select the new menu item for creating the new file. Just click this one. Here, notice this one. This is the editor where we are going to type our program, and just look into the name of the program. This is the name. By default, it appears in the screen, and the extension is .cpp. But .cpp is extension for C++ only. So we have to first change the extension for our program. So just click the save button. Here you can type the name of your program. For example, ex1 dot. The extension for C program is C. So just click type C and then click OK. Do you want to overwrite? It means there is already one file in the name of ex1.c. So here I have to click the no button. So again what I have to do it here, again I have to save my program. So simply by using the shortcut key F2, you can save your program. Here I'm just saving my program as a demo1.c and then click OK. Now see, the extension is demo1.c. First you have to include the header file. So just type #include stdio.h. stdio.h means a standard input and output. This header file is meant for the input and output functions, right? And next one, you have to include the header file conio.h. That means console IO, console input and output. Okay. Next, type void main. Usually, C program starts with the main function. Type this one, and here you can type the function printf. Printf is a function used to print the informations in the output screen. So printf welcome. And then close this one, put semicolon. Every statements which will ends with semicolon. If you are putting semicolon, that means it represents the end of the statement. And then you have to type get ch. Get ch. Actually, get ch is a function used for getting a character. While doing the programs, you have to be very careful whether whether the open curly braces are balanced with the closing curly braces or not. That thing you have to check it very carefully. After doing these things, you have to consider about the header file. Is it mandatory to type the header file? It's not the case. because even without using the header file also we can do our programs. It's optional only. Then what's the purpose of including the header file here means, if you have included the header file means execution speed of your program will be very fast. So it's that's why it is called as a preprocessor directive. That means before starting the execution of your program itself, you are doing the process. No, that's why it is called as a preprocessor directive. Usually, the program execution starts from the main function only. Programs will be executed line by line only. So first execution starts from void main, and then it executes the first statement printf welcome. So welcome will be printed, and then getch function will be executed. So getch function is used to get a character. That means your machine which will wait. That means you are the machine which will wait so as to enter to so as to get a character from the user. After getting a character, execution will get stopped. Okay, shall we see the process of how to compile your program and how to run your program? You have to be very aware of the compilation and running process. Compilation is a process of converting your source code into your object code. It means object code means you are compiling your high level language into the low level language. By that time, it will check for the syntax also, whether there is any error in the syntax or not. For example, here we are using printf. Actually, printf means print the format, right? So instead of typing printf, in case if I have typed print alone means, then it will show me an error message, because here the predefined name for printing the informations is the function printf only. There is no function as print. So what we have to do it here means, you have to type it as a printf only. We have to check for all the syntax with the predefined syntax, right? So the compilation process involves the two process. One is the first it will check for the syntactical errors and so on, and then if there is no errors means, it will convert your source code into the low level language. After the successful compilation process, your your object code which will be converted into an executable code. Okay, that process is called as a running your program. Okay, so first process is compilation. Shall we see as how to compile our program? You just click the compile menu. You can click this compile menu and then click this menu item compile. You just see here the name of the file is a demo1.c. Editor, here is the editor name is a demo1.c, and the lines compiled is 461. Oh my god, 461 lines. You just notice here how many lines are here. Only 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So very few lines are here, but the lines compiled is 461. Why? What's the reason? Do you have any idea? Actually, here what's happening here is, your source code is converted into the object code. That means your source code is converted into the low level language, right? So, by in such a cases, that object code line length is 461 here. You just see the difference. High level language, the instructions and the number of lines is very minimum, while comparing to the number of lines compiled here, right? So this is the difference. That's why we are preferring the high level language. If it is a low level language, it's quite difficult for the human being to understand it, and it's quite difficult to debug the errors also. Okay, that's why we are making use of the high level languages. Okay. And then see, next one is warnings. Warnings means it will give you some warnings. If there is any warnings, even though if you are having the warning messages, your program will be executed successfully. But if you are having an errors means you couldn't execute your program successfully. If you are having error means your compilation process is not a successful one. Okay. You just see here. Here it's showing you the messages success. It means your source code has been converted into the low level language successfully, and then asking you to press any key. You can press any key here. So now this compilation process is over. Now you can click the menu run. So we have already mentioned why we are going to run our program. In order to convert our object code into the executable code, we should make use of the run. So you just click this one. Click this menu item run. See the output. Welcome is printed here. And the cursor is blinking. Why the cursor is blinking here? It means it's just waiting for the character to be entered, because there we have typed the function getch. Okay, actually getch is a function which is associated with the header file conio.h. But if you are taking the printer function means it's associated with the header file stdio.h. Okay. Yes, coming back to here, the cursor is blinking and it's waiting in the output screen itself, because a user have to press any key, whatever the key pressed by the user, that will be considered as a character. For example, even the user is pressing the key space bar or else tab key, caps lock, whatever it may be, everything which will be considered as a character. Even you can press the key enter, so that will be considered as a character, and it again it resumes back to the input screen. So because there is no other instructions that you have written next to the getch, the next line is closing curly braces only. It means there is no other statements, so the execution gets stopped. So this is the process of us how to type the programs and how to compile and run your C programs. I hope you understood this concept clearly. Right? Thank you.